Good morning, everybody. Richard Fournier here from the Fournier Experience Real Estate team here in Barrie, Remax Che, sending out a quick video update about what's happening in the market. And we actually have a great announcement that we're very, very excited to have someone who has a lot of experience in the real estate world, specifically on the new build side. His name is Andrew Boggs, and he has joined us officially as of this week. And everybody in our circle, Andrew Boggs.
Nice to meet you guys.
Andrew, so why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and where you're from and what's going on in your world?
Absolutely. So I'm originally from Barrie. I was born and raised. I spent some time out in Alberta, about 4 years out in Alberta, doing new home sales. I really honed in my understanding of home mechanic and aestheticals from the ground up, and I really gathered my experience out there, and I brought it back home with my wife and I having kids. We ended up moving back to Barrie to be closer to family.
That's awesome. And so Andrew's extremely handy. So for any of you investors that are currently working with us or thinking of working with us, Andrew's definitely the person that you need to speak with when you're looking at properties. He has a great eye towards those sorts of things, and he's very mechanically inclined, which I am not. My wife is more mechanically inclined than I am. But we also have some other news. Andrew is a dad. He's got 2 children, but he has a 3rd on the way. So the next week he will be a proud, brand new father again of his 3rd child. So if you don't hear from him over the next couple weeks, that is why. So we're very excited to have Andrew here. Actually, he has a couple of listings that he's bringing over to the team as well. So maybe you just tell us a little bit about the listings and what's happening with them today.
Absolutely. So I have 2 listings. One is located in the Sandy Cove Acres Park, the Park Bridge Lifestyle Community. It is a 2-bedroom bungalow. It's a 1.5 bath. It's completely renovated top to bottom. So new roof, new windows, new doors, siding. It's maintenance free. It's on a great location. And then we also have the property in Angus at 15 Lookout Street. It is a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 2-story detached. It's been renovated. It's nicely updated with fresh paint and so forth. And it's on a great lot.
It's wonderful. Location. Now there are open houses on both those properties this weekend?
Correct.
And what days are they?
So we have 55 Hawthorne in Sandy Cove on Saturday from 12 to 2, and then we have Sunday at 15 Lookout Street between 12 and 2 as well.
So some time this weekend, come on out and take a peek at these 2 listings. On the flip side, let's talk a little bit about what's happening in the market today. So pleasantly surprised and happy. So January 2018 has turned out to be actually a very, very, very good month in real estate in Simcoe County. You know, with all the new mortgage rules that have been enacted as of January 1st, interest rates going up, we thought that the market may be a lot slower. As it turns out, it's been actually a pretty strong market in regards to unit sales. Just looking over my notes here, we had 117 sales on the Barrie and District Real Estate Board, which is about a 14% drop from January of last year. Simcoe County as a whole had about 226 transactions in January, which is a decrease in volume of about 19% from last year. But last year was the most insane real estate market that I have ever been involved in, so I didn't even want to talk about last year. So I'm pretty happy with the results that we saw in January of 2018. Just tells us that, you know what, buyers are absorbing the new rules quite well. People are always going to move in every single market. As it turns out, we're probably going to have an amazing spring market. So if you are considering putting your property back on the market or putting it on for the first time, we should start getting ready. We should have that conversation because the market is speeding up. I was talking to some mortgage people last weekend. Turns out that the last 3 or 4 days of January, mortgage applications are going through the roof. So having said that, if you are considering listing, let's have a conversation. If you are considering buying, inventory is increasing. It's not as strong as it was last year, but we will see more listings hit the market over the next couple weeks. In the meantime, if you have any questions or concerns about what's happening in the market we're always here. Stay tuned though, next week we are bringing someone pretty special to this video update. Her name is Petra Evans. She's a mortgage specialist and manager over at Scotiabank. She's going to be talking about what's happening in the mortgage market, what's happening in the real estate market, and things you need to become aware of if you are in the process of moving. So stay tuned for next week. In the meantime, have a great weekend, and if you need us, we're always here. Chat soon.